Hi everybody. I am at this new beautiful spot that someone has allowed for me to use, and I wanted to talk to you today about how you change your perceptions and beliefs. And I have a little note card here that I'm using. I did make a video about this previously, but I wanted to kind of consolidate some of the information. I've put this into 5 basic steps. I just made a video on what a perception challenge is, and now I'm making this one on how you can start changing your perceptions or beliefs if you feel like this is something that is right for you. So 5 steps. The first one I would say is our willingness to embrace uncertainty. And so uncertainty is something that humans do not like. We make assumptions to fill in gaps of information that is missing. We don't know the answer to something, so we formulate our own opinion based on our conditioned beliefs and assumptions. And so the first step is just being willing to admit that you can be more comfortable with uncertainty. You have to get to that place of uncertainty to learn and be willing to kind of adopt new perspectives. So there is an element of danger in this because it's very uncomfortable to kind of go into that place of not knowing, and you just have to be open to new thought patterns. So this is something that happened to me gradually throughout mainly the last year or so, and it's been very emotional at times. So just kind of coming to terms with parts of my identity that maybe didn't have to be parts of my identity anymore. So there is a little bit of a scary factor to that. But number 1, willingness to embrace uncertainty. Number 2 is practicing awareness. So just getting into the pattern of, or practice I should say, of keeping your thoughts and emotions in check, being aware of your thoughts and emotions, being able to catch yourself in a negative thought and just say, like, is this a useful thought? How is this thought behaving? And there's a whole concept day that I do on thoughts and how to kind of keep them in check, how to transcend thoughts sometimes and just allow yourself to kind of have a still mind, which is very difficult, but that's when people get creative ideas and it puts you into more of a creative space. So practicing awareness is number 2. Number 3, creating space and beginning to question. So this is where we're kind of asking ourselves, what is our assumption or belief behind a certain emotion or reaction? A lot of times it's fear. So also, when you're going through step 3, creating space and starting to question, there is some emotion involved in that, I would say. And so a lot of times it's good if you can kind of give yourself a little bit of alone time and just give yourself some space. You might have to put certain relationships on hold for a while, but just give yourself some time and some space, and you're gonna possibly like shrink inward for a little while during this phase, and that's okay. Don't be completely reclusive, because the right people are gonna be there to support you while you do this. So there is the part about possibly cleansing your environment for that. Number 4 is start making small shifts. So once you're aware of your thoughts and emotions and you start creating space and questioning them, then you can start shifting. If you feel envy or jealousy, you can start asking, why do I feel this way? And can I replace this with, maybe you're jealous of the neighbor's new boat, but then maybe you can kind of shift that towards being grateful instead of being envious. Like, what are you grateful for? Start writing down what you're grateful for, naming all the things in your life that you have to be grateful for. That, a lot of these are, as we say, first world problems, and we've been conditioned to think that we need more and more and more and more, when really the happiest people that exist don't have a whole lot. And that's because they realize, like, Happiness is not about material possessions. It's about cultivating your own environment that is kind of giving you a healthy place in your mind. You're protecting your environment. You're serving others to find happiness. You're grateful for what you have. You're looking for the gifts in different challenges that you've had to overcome. You're looking for lessons in failure. So the shifts, it's very powerful. So when you're anxious, when you're anxious about something in the future that may or may not even happen, start trying to be present, be in the moment, listen to nature, go for a walk, like hold a child's hand, have a conversation with a friend, and just be present. So that's number 4, start making small shifts. Number 5 is maintaining your thoughts and your environment and healing and keeping the momentum by serving. So once you're done with this perception challenge and some of the challenges that we're going to go through, how do you keep up with it? Well, you just have to keep putting in the reps, and you do that through maintaining your thoughts, your environment, going back and healing damaged relationships with other people, with yourself. It's a lifelong process. Nobody's ever arrived. You hear people talk about enlightenment and transcendence, and those are all great things to reach for. It's just not realistic for a lot of people. So we all have to combat different situations every day, and it's a lifelong process and practice. And this challenge gives you a formula or a process to follow that can help to keep you on track. So again, the 5 steps: how do you change your perceptions? Willingness to embrace uncertainty, practicing awareness, creating space and begin questioning the assumption behind the emotions and reactions, start making small shifts, envy to gratitude, anxiety to being present, taking things personally to having compassion. Those are examples of the shifts you're going to start making. And then just step 5 is maintaining your thoughts and your environment and keeping the momentum by serving. And there's something really cool called neuroplasticity, and it allows our brains to create new pathways towards positivity. So we can, through repetition and practice, we can replace a lot of the negative thought patterns with more positive thought patterns. And this puts us in a place of creativity, of connecting, and just being a part of the bigger picture, and an awareness of being a part of the bigger picture. And it's pretty amazing what this can do for you. So if you ask any questions, feel free to put them in the comments. You can email me, quakechallenge@outlook.com. Like, share, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do there. I'm here to help the community. This is something I've kind of had heavily weighing on my heart, to just reach out and help others with this. So check it out and keep watching. Thank you so much. Enjoy the beautiful day and happy fall. Bye.